All right. So hi, Thomas. Thank you for coming by. Could you maybe start by telling us a little bit about Road Safety UAE and what it means to you and how it all got started?
Absolutely. Hi, Christian. Good catching up again.
Yes.
Well, like Careem, Road Safety UAE is a startup. We're a young company. We're in existence for a little bit more than 2 years right now.
Okay.
And our mission is about road safety in the UAE. So it's all in the name. And what we're trying to achieve is to raise awareness for the cause of road safety, specifically in the UAE. We will also go out in the region, but we are not yet there. Now, why is road safety so important? First of all, it's the number 2 cause of death in this country.
Wow.
Very important. For kids below the age of 14, it's the number 1 cause of death. So it's a very, very important issue for the nation. The government stepped forward. They introduced the Vision 2021. In the Vision 2021, the government is very open. They talk about a lot of initiatives, a lot of areas that need improvement. And one of those areas is road safety. This means the government put a UN metric in place, which measures the fatalities per 100,000 inhabitants.
Okay.
In the UAE, we have, as per the end of 2015, 6 people per 100,000 dying on the roads. And the UAE government, in this Vision 2021, together with all stakeholders, want to lower this number to 3.
And where does that put us in rank, I think, globally? Are we...
Excellent question. The UAE government is also very precise in that, in setting the objective. So this would actually propel the UAE amongst the top 5 countries worldwide.
Wow.
To put it into perspective, leading countries in Europe, they are just slightly below 3.
Okay.
So if we achieve this number coming down from 6 to 3, this will be, the UAE will be again amongst the top leading countries in the world. And a lot of credit has to go to the authorities and to the UAE government to recognize this as a key important fact. And again, what they also say is we have to achieve that together. It's not only the government, it is stakeholders like Road Safety UAE, like RTA, like Department of Transportation, police, institutions like Careem, institutions like car manufacturers, insurance companies. Everybody has to work together to make this vision a reality.
So naturally, there's a synergy between our organizations. Careem moves about 2 million people and growing every single month. There is an effort and a commitment from our end to help in this awareness and to help in this education in the region. But there is a piece of Careem, a story and a mission behind Careem that most people don't really know. We do have a mission to be an institution. Essentially, I think we're aligned. I think we want to impact the lives of a lot of people. And when we say we want to be an institution, it means that we need to positively impact every stakeholder that comes into contact with us. Be it our 27,000 plus captains, they have to wear their seatbelt. They have to value their lives because we value theirs as well. We also have over 2 million passengers, like I said, every month. And it's a growing concern that safety needs to be educated in the region a bit more. There needs to be a focus put onto that. I'm really glad that we got a chance to work on this project together, the Buckle Up project. There is a stereotype that needs to be broken as well.
What I really like about your statement is the statement of institution and stakeholders, because it is really down to us, in this specific case also down to the captains to be an agent of change.
Yeah.
And why we like to work with Careem is that, first of all, the mindset is there, but also think about the power of education and power of communication from your captains. Captains can turn around to you and they can say, Christian, listen, you're not buckled up, please use the seatbelt. It's a very, very strong one-on-one communication. So that's the reason why the stakeholders as captains are super important for us. Jointly, we did this research between Road Safety UAE and Careem, where we asked people about the buckling up habits. And it was really amazing that came out that in the front seat, when people sit in the front seat, about 98% buckle up, maybe also because they're closer to the captain who already is buckled up. However, there's a wrong belief of safety on the back seats. So over there is only 57% of people in chauffeur-driven cabs like Careem and taxis that buckled up. So if the captains step forward and they take this leadership role in educating passengers about using seatbelt, this will be a fantastic example, not only for other chauffeur-driven cab organizations, but also for Dubai Taxi, for example, or for other taxi operators in the region. Because not often the big organizations are the thought leaders. It's about the small ones, or the smaller ones, the growing ones, the aggressively growing ones like Careem, who can set best practice. And that's the reason why strategically we are so happy to work with Careem.
Thank you. I mean, when you think about the statistic that you just pointed out, 50% of backseat passengers don't wear their seatbelt. That means currently in Careem, it is possible that over 1 million people are not wearing their seatbelt per month, which is a very, very high risk. And I'm happy that we're tackling it together. I think it'd be interesting to understand what you think is the number one cause for rodent safety at this point in time. I think you said the number two cause to fatalities is buckling up, or is there something more specific that we can?
A couple of statistics here maybe. Overall, when you look at the causes of death in the UAE, number one is cardiovascular.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is already road traffic accidents.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you look around the world, accidents happen. They will happen also in the most sophisticated countries.
Mm-hmm.
However, what is the single best protection to save our lives and to save ourselves from serious injuries? And this is the seatbelt. So between 45 and up to 80% for kids, for example,
Mm-hmm.
Seatbelts can save lives and can prevent serious injuries. So amazing number between 45 and 80%. That's amazing. So when we see on the other hand 57% or 1 million people
Every month.
in Careem
Over.
cabs per month are not buckled up, this is just an amazing number. One more statistic there. The Al Ain Hospital, they ran a survey, and they surveyed all the people coming from road traffic accidents, either being in a critically injured stage or being dead on arrival. 98% of those people did not wear a seatbelt. 98%.
Wow.
So this means wearing the seatbelt is a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous low-hanging fruit to protect lives and to prevent injuries.
And I guess my follow-up question would be, from your research, is it a cultural problem or is it an educational problem? I feel everyone here is aware that a seatbelt is important. I just don't understand why it's not an automatic. I mean, I grew up in Saudi Arabia myself, and a seatbelt was never something that was discussed. It wasn't something that was made mandatory. But however, when I went to college in North America, if I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, I was fined immediately on the spot, and it was much more controlled, much more monitored. Is it a regulation thing? Is it a policy thing? Is it an enforcement thing? Is it a cultural thing? Have you been able to look at that and understand what it is?
The main reason, as you pointed out correctly, we know that seatbelt saves lives. When you ask Joe Block on the street and you say, do you think seatbelts save life? You will get 100% response where people say, yes, seatbelts do save lives.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say almost 100%. Why do we not use seatbelts? It's very, very often in our own behavior. Maybe we are inconvenienced not using seatbelts. Maybe it's out of habits that we don't use seatbelts, and we have to overcome that. Again, how do we overcome it? In very creative ways, in disruptive ways, in unexpected ways. This is the reason why if the captain, the Careem captain, turns around and says, sir, you don't wear your seatbelt, that this is exactly this kind of thought leadership, this role model that we need. What we also like in this context is, it is not only about seatbelts. We want Careem captains to be examples on the road.
Ambassadors.
Ambassadors. Absolutely, I like this word, ambassadors on the road. We want to see them using the indicators all the time. We want to see Careem captains as ambassadors in all aspects of road safety.
Hi, this is Christian from Careem.
Hi, this is Thomas from RoadSafetyUAE.
Don't forget to visit careempledge.com and take the pledge to value your life and buckle up.
People, please make sure that you look after your own safety and the safety of everybody in your car, all the passengers. Everybody has to be buckled up all the time.
Take the pledge, buckle up.